All right. What's up, peeps? I know a few people are jumping on here. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. Couple minutes here till we get this thing rolling. Thought I'd hop on a bit early, see how you guys are doing. Who's here? Craig's back. You're always the first one. Good to see you. All right. And you are on YouTube, so I know that's working. Good. And let's see. Got that. All right. Wade's here. What's up, Joe? Got a couple minutes here, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them. What's up, Pags? Looking forward to seeing you here pretty soon. In a few, I guess a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. A week from Sunday. Adrian, what's up? All right. What's up, John? Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing some fishing. Am I going to lose my shit again? I never plan on it. I never plan on it. No promises. Yeah. All right. How's everyone's week going? What are we, Wednesday? Hump day? Hopefully you're doing okay. You're winning. Implementing some things. All right. All the above, good. Pedro, what's up? Good to see you. Wade, it's 11:56 a.m. on Thursday. The steaks were great, Joe. They were good. Couple big-ass ribeyes. They fire me up too, Rodney. Anyway, we'll get this kicked off in a couple minutes. If you have any questions, guys, drop them in now. Happy to help you while we got a couple minutes here. All right. Oh, the Queen's calling me. Hello, my love. All right, I'm back. That was the Queen. She's out running some errands. Now one of my daughters is texting me. The Queen called me. She was like, check this out. She's like, hey, baby. And I'm like, what's up? And she's like, I want you. And I'm like, you got me. I'm like, get home. She's like, how long is this live going to take? And I said, a lot longer than we're going to take. Anyway, all right. Wade, what's up? Wade's Cone of Silence. T-Man 70, what's up? Who else is here? Huh? Matt Blood. What's up, Blood? All right. Okay. Texting the daughter. Her car was making some crazy whistling noise when it was going down the highway. So she took my truck today. I took her car in to get it fixed. Just got it back. Life happens, doesn't it? Pedro's still here. I'm hoping Mr. Elegante Tile comes back. I was a little hard on him last night, but he knows I love him. Anyway, here we are. We are at the top of the hour, my friends. It's time to kick this bitch off. All right. So, I want you to type in the box as we get this thing started. Excuse me. Speaking of steaks, Joe, I just wolfed down half of one of the leftovers before I jumped on here because I haven't eaten all day. Does anyone else do that? Does anyone else like forget to eat? I get so caught up in the shit that I'm doing that I forget to eat. And it sucks because yesterday was my last day of phase 2 of 75 Hard's Live Hard program. It's another 30-day phase. And I follow, one of the things is you follow a diet. And well, my diet is X amount of carbs, and I do carb cycling. And then I do 200 grams of protein a day, 1 gram per pound of body weight. And I forget to eat. And like last night, out of the last 30 days of the program, last night was the hardest one. If I was going to fail a day, it would have been yesterday. In fact, I was literally, for the first time I broke my fucking foot the first time I did 75 hard on day 37. And I, didn't have a problem. Like, all right, I'll modify workouts. Yesterday about fucking killed me because I didn't eat all day. Guys, I jammed in 200 grams of protein from the time that I got off the call last night till the time I went to bed. And my gut was like bloated as hell. Plus, you do the gallon of water a day. Anyway, that's not why you fuckers are here. So let's get into this. So I want you to type in the box for me. El Boxo. That is Spanish for box. Okay? Chat box. El Chato Boxo. All right? I want you to type in what your greatest fear is that's holding you back from success. I'm going to read some of the comments that you guys left. I got a shit ton of DMs too on this. Type in the box. What do you got? Lucas is at day 15 of 75 hard. Good for you, buddy. All right. What do you got? What's your biggest fear? We talked about, man, from raising prices to marketing to having tough conversations, whatever. What fear do you think is holding you back from growing your business and reaching at least 100 grand or adding 100 grand to your income? Because like if you're at 50 grand now, you can add another 100 grand in the next 12 months. All right, totally. You got to believe it. Joe, being outpriced at 50% GP. Okay, that's a valid fear. Fear of disappointing. Ooh, Adrian, I can relate to that one, man. I won't get enough workload to support me, says Brandon. Craig, making a mistake that's going to cost me and not being more aggressive about some of the leads that do come in. Wade, everyone was right about me, but despite my best efforts. Okay, what else? Other fears. What do you got? I must have pissed a lot of people off last night because this time last night we had twice the amount of people on here live. Anyway. T-Man 70, being more on top of marketing, making calls. Lucas hiring again and slowing down. Okay. Anything else? Christopher, what's up, Christopher? Investing time in the wrong thing. I hear you. I'll give it another second here, see if anything else comes in. Because once I get going here, I don't want to squirrel out too much. What else? Looking at my notes here. Pags that I'll screw up and lose money. All right, cool. So, you guys, there were so many comments last night about the bullshit that's holding you back that I asked you guys to Carlos, what's up? 100K is the gross or net. So Carlos, I know who you are, brother. All right. So we're doing a series this week to help home improvement contractors get to at least the $100,000 personal income. Okay. And most don't. You probably know that too. Most guys don't. So that's what this whole training is about, is to help these guys get to that level. All right. Because that's just a starting point, you guys. Tomorrow night, I'm going to bring the fucking heat for you guys as our last night in this thing. And I'm really going to make the case on some things for you. Anyway, what else we got here? Fear of failure, says Christopher. So Christopher's like, I'm afraid to invest time in the wrong thing, and I'm afraid of failing. Michael, managing more people. Excuses, says Wade. All right, so there were so many comments about what's holding you guys back last night. I'm going to read some for you, and then we're going to get into this, all right? Let's see. All right, sorry, I got to own it. I need my readers. I need my readers here. All right. I don't know, Tom. I'm lazy. I keep turning up. I can't seem to break through the whatever it is. But as much as I say, fuck them, I'll win. I can't seem to get to the next step. It feels like I'm proving them right, and it hurts to feel like a man who isn't a real man. My self-belief is holding me back. Yeah, I've been there. I do suck at sales, not going to lie, trying to change that. My emotions hold me back when things are not going right. You ever do that, guys? You overreact emotionally instead of staying stoic and having your confidence. The fear of not closing on jobs for charging more. Debt in hiring people good enough to replace me. Because I've been business stupid. I love that one. Holding me back is knowledge, but I'm getting there. Not having a strategy. Low esteem, but getting better. Here's some DMs I got. I think what's holding me back is I tend to bid some jobs low just so my guys have guaranteed work and very little profit for me in return. Oh, I know that feeling, man. You get a check. I got those checks and back in the day. This isn't a check, but anyway, this is a Sherwin-Williams thing. I have a brochure, but anyway, I don't know why it's sitting here. I have shit tons of stuff on my desk. Anyway, you don't care. See you, John. Appreciate you, brother. John says, I'm going to go. I'm well beyond. Yeah. See, John's been in our programs for years. John works about 4 days a week, fishes, 2 to 3 days a week. He actually has a smaller business in revenue. All right. Like seriously, guys, he brings in about 300 grand a year-ish, plus or minus. John, if you're still here, you could correct me, but he puts about 180 grand in his pocket. Okay. He's older like I am, in his 50s, and everything he's making now just goes to retirement. Okay. So he has a plan. I know John really well. Met him in a Panera Bread way back in 2013. Anyway, I know what it's like to get that check. Okay. And you take the check and you put it in the bank. And then it's like strippers, right? You're throwing singles and strippers thongs, and then there's no money left. All right. So I get that. Whoever said that here. I don't have anything left for me in return. What's holding me back from making over 100 grand is I can't give up the work and let other people do things. Oh, control freak. Okay. Call me a micromanager with someone else. That's holding them back. I need to learn to turn things over to people, hire people, trust that they can accomplish what I set out for them. I'm terrified. Terrified. Nobody's home, so I can yell really loud today. Of losing money, but that's what's holding me back from making it big. What's holding me back from making 100K is eating so many change orders throughout the project. Tough clients manipulate their way into saving $1, and I let it happen because I'm a pussy and I'm afraid of the bad reference that I'm going to get in my company's reputation. Anyone relate to that? Man, if I put my foot down on this, they're going to give me a bad review. Okay. And what that means is you got little micro nuts, little tiny balls. That's what you got. Tiny balls, tiny ball syndrome. What's that? TBS? Okay. All right. What's holding me back is making sure everyone else gets paid and the job is 100% before I feel that it's my right to take from the pile. Ooh, paying myself last is basically what that means. My lack of discipline and follow through is holding me back. I've been lazy and I simply don't want to do what needs to be done. Hey, I love that one. It's honest, right? So if you're just joining us tonight, because I know I'm live on a couple different places here, one on Facebook on our page and on YouTube. If for some reason you have no idea who the hell I am, my name is Tom Reber. I run the Contractor Fight. It is a movement that is bringing respect and dignity back to the trades. It is a movement that is helping contractors to stop fucking stealing from their families, time, money, and memories. And for God's sake, you need to stop stealing from your family. I have helped more contractors out of debt. I've helped more contractors get up to the 100 grand and beyond mark than any fucker in the game. And let's just agree that making 100 grand a year should be the bare bones minimum wage you should be making as a business owner if you're in the trades. Like Rich Lee says here. Rich is in our Battleground program, badass contractor out in California. Rich says, if you don't make 100K, you should be working for someone else. They'll pay you 100K and you'll work less stress, happier spouse. So some of you guys need to get the fuck out of business and go work for somebody else. Anyway, so why aren't you there yet? Why aren't you at least that revenue or that personal income mark? I'll tell you why. The main reason is fear. F-E-A-R, fear. Now, many people, I'm already thirsty. Many people, they fear failure. Does anyone fear failure? It's very common. However, today, I am going to talk about what I believe is the number one thing that holds a contractor back is not the fear of failure. It's the fear of success. Too many contractors, okay? Too many contractors fear success. Why the hell would somebody fear success? I mean, seriously, think about that. Why the hell would I say that? All right. Well, I've experienced I've experienced it personally, and I've also seen it 1,000 times. All right. Michael says, yeah, I'm comfortable in failing. Yeah, I have a PhD in failure. So I believe that we fear success for two main reasons. Number one, I'm working really hard, by the way, to stay on my outline here tonight because I don't want to squirrel out too much. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. All right. Yeah. Al said it. Success brings responsibility, right? Anyway, hey, get your ass back in the group, by the way. Okay? Because you came in and you leveled up. You know, there's other levels, just so you know. There's other levels you can go in your business. All right? Love you, brother. Anyway, I believe we fear success for two reasons. Number one, you don't believe you can do it. Okay? It's a valid excuse. I just don't believe I can do it. And we're going to crush that here because that's all in your head. See, you ever seen like a fly on the windowsill? I think we've talked about this in one of the other nights. I don't remember because I riff a lot of times. All right. You got that fly who's dead on the windowsill because he kept trying to fly through the fucking glass to get outside. He sees that beautiful world out there that's there for the taking. And he's like, man, if I just fly and I fly, I can get through this glass. And he knocks himself out. And then he dies on the windowsill when all he had to do was look around for a different way, because that's what winners do. They find a way. You know, a lot of times we don't believe we can do something because of our track record, because of our history. And you just don't trust yourself. I actually believe that one of the things that holds most people back from winning in business or even losing weight, okay, saving money, whatever it might be, is the fact that they don't trust themselves to do what's required to be successful. Because success, write this down. If you're taking notes, write this down. Success is inconvenient. Success doesn't care if you're tired. Doesn't care that you blew out one of your balls picking something up today. It doesn't care that your daughter's car needed fixing, which I had to go do today, and it threw a wrench, no pun intended, into my day. I still had to do the fucking shit that I had to do. And too many people, they fail because they're afraid of what success will take. Because to be successful, see, they're not afraid of failing. I'm not afraid of failing. A lot of you guys aren't afraid of that. Why? Because you've spent your lifetime failing and getting your ass kicked. So you don't trust yourself. You might be discouraged and you don't believe you can do this shit because you have a history of screwing up, of not following through. You blew it before. Okay? In fact, somebody shared this with me. I'm going to read this to you. It says, I'm not sure what to compare my estimates to. I feel like I send them, and then a lot of the time the client reacts like I'm quoting them a fortune, but I don't even pull more than 10% profit, gross profit of the time. And I'm seeing guys like you charge 50% gross. I just don't know how to justify it. Why? Because he's looking at his track record. He's looking at his current reality. And so you don't believe that you can. Another reason you don't believe you can is, and you know why this is fresh on my mind? I'll tell you right here. This is fresh on my mind because I was reading this classic. This is like a literacy classic. Is that the word? Duh. Okay, anyway, short bus. All right, right here. Right here. Chapter 6. Show me your friends. See, a lot of you don't believe you can do it because you're hanging out with a bunch of dumb motherfuckers, and you're not hanging out with FWs. You're hanging out with people that are saying, well, the going rate is this. You can't get more than the going rate. Or, you know, inflation is what it is. People aren't spending money right now. Fuck me. All right? Anybody that says that shit's a goddamn victim. And they should have I can't say it on here because I'll fucking get cut off or something. All right? They need to have their ass kicked. So, you don't believe you can because you got a history of being a fuck up. Or you don't believe you can because you don't trust yourself to do the work. Or you don't think you can because you're hanging around the wrong motherfuckers. Second reason. Second reason. You don't have the steps. You don't know the how. You don't have the how. Okay? You're a craftsman. Just a yes or no in the chat box right now. Did you do the trade or a similar trade, like you worked for somebody else doing the trade or a similar trade than what you do now before you started your business? Okay? Yes or no? I did. I worked for my uncle. I remember him teaching me how to dip a brush and slap the can and put the brush where you needed it and get the material on and then wipe the brush off and then lay it off back into what you did before. Okay? Yeah, bunch of yeses, got a couple no's, whatever. That's cool, right? But guys, here's the thing. Most of us who come into the trades and own a business, we started a business because we're like, I could do it better. I want to make more money. I want to have freedom, blah, blah, blah. And you come into this thing, and the only training you've ever had in your life is in the actual craft. So you don't have the steps. You have no idea. I didn't know what I had never heard the term gross profit once in my life until I was like 3 years into business. I never heard break even point till I was 5 years into business. I didn't know what, I didn't even know what job costing was or any of these other things that we talk about. Okay. You weren't taught to run a business. I had a conversation with a framer the other day. You know, he's like, I'm running in fucking circles. I'm the best framer there is in the state. We do a couple million a year and I don't make any fucking money because I have zero idea how to run a business. I don't have the steps. Here's another comment I got on this. So I've been in business 4 years, started the company when I was 19. So now he's 23 or so, right? Cool. I understand the welding part like no one else. He fucking can't spell, I'll tell you that right now. That's okay. You don't need to know how to spell to be a multimillionaire, guys. I know, I understand the welding part like no one else, but the business side is just kicking me. I brought over 100K in sales the last couple years. That's a problem. Anyway, but I have no idea where the money came from or went. I'm really wanting to grow a real business, bring home what I'm worth, take my personal life back, and quit just being self-employed. But he doesn't know how. Somebody else. I have a very difficult time talking with my customers about money and confronting them about change orders. Can anyone relate to that? The story in the book that I told that I lost my ass on, there were probably $75,000 worth of change orders, but you know what? I had SVS. I had SVS. Anyone know what SVS is? It's never mind. I'm not going to go there. I don't want to. I was a wuss. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. I want to know how to be a better businessman. I'm a simple carpenter trying to figure it out all on my own, and I want off the tools. See, guys, you don't have the steps, and you've been winging this business thing. This isn't something that you can wing. Craig says he has no problem talking to people. Thank goodness. Cool. Talking to people, not a big deal. Communicating in a proper way with people, it's a different game. So, guys, you don't have this. You don't believe you can, or you don't have the steps. You don't know the steps. Or the third option, or 2A here, is maybe you believe you can, but you don't have the steps, but then you get some knowledge, but you don't implement a fucking thing. You're a wannabe. You like the idea of running your own business. You like the idea of having like your company swag on and your lettered up truck and, it's all jacked up and all right, whatever. You like the idea of that, but when it comes to implementing shit, you don't do a damn thing. And that's why you're failing too. There are a lot of you guys that are watching this and watching the replay, and shit, we got a few 100,000 people that follow the fight in various forms and been in and out of shit, and they'll tell you, oh, I know what to do. I can't tell you how many motherfuckers will tell me, oh, I know the Shin Fu. They watched a free YouTube video where we highlighted a couple things. Maybe they ordered our $247 course, which is a great start. All right. And they'll post something like, man, I'm using the Shin Fu. I haven't been able to sell since I'm using the Fu, and I raised my prices and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, are you role playing? Well, I know how to sell, Tom. It's like, what's the movie with Billy Bean, Brad Pitt, Moneyball? All the scouts and Billy Bean are sitting around the table, and Billy Bean's like, well, what about Joe Smith or whatever the guy's name was? And the scout, we should cut him or whatever the scene is, right? And the scouts go, one of the scouts goes, but he's a good hitter. And Billy Bean goes, if he's a good hitter, then why ain't he hitting? If you know sales, then why the fuck aren't you selling at least a 50% gross profit, have a full calendar, and have a couple $100,000 in your goddamn bank account there, brainiac? See, knowledge of something doesn't mean you know it. All right. That's all right. Because whether you believe you can, if you don't believe you can, that's fixable. If you don't have the steps, that's fixable. And if you have some knowledge and believe you can, but you're not implementing, the good news is that's fixable too. It is not complicated to move up the financial ladder throughout your lifetime. See, success will require effort. Either way, you're going to expend effort. You just got to make sure that the ladder is leaning against the right wall before you start climbing the thing. See, you guys are working your asses off, and you're repeating the same results year after year. And guys, I ain't calling anyone out by name here, but here's the truth. I know so many of the names that I see on these lives or people in our free Facebook group that post shit, and they've been around this community. They've been around and part of the contractor fight movement for years, and nothing has fucking changed because they continue to try to open new doors to new worlds with old keys. See, the key to get to the room you're in now, the building of your business that you're in now, the place you're at now, hopefully that makes sense. Shitty analogy, but roll with me because I'm full of those. All right. Where you're at now required a certain key, and you open the door and now you're here. You want to go to that room. You're like the fucking fly looking through the glass on the door, and you're trying to use the old key to get to the new world that you want to access. And that ain't going to cut it. Ain't going to work. I want to call some of you out on this. That if you've been following me and our coaches in the fight and our content, by the way, we've produced more content than anybody in our space. In fact, shit, the first quarter, I'll tell you right now, the first quarter of 2024. Does anyone know what that is? Can anyone guess what that is? 1,820. Type in the box. What do you got? Shatoya, you cheater, you know. Content. That is how many pieces of content that I created across all social media channels, YouTube, shorts, reels, social media posts, all right, in 3 months. That's how many per month. Free content to help motherfuckers get better. I want to say I just on YouTube alone, we were about 700,000 views in the first quarter of our content. Yet 99.999999% of the fuckers that viewed our shit haven't done a goddamn thing. Okay? They haven't done anything. They haven't changed any behavior. They're still using the old keys. Those old keys are things like your mindset, your habits, your actions, your friends, the tribe you hang with, the people that you let influence you. They didn't change their pricing, haven't changed their sales tactics. Yeah, they'll take what they like from Shin Fu, but that part there, I'm too uncomfortable for that. It's bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. Shit or get off the pot. Success requires effort, like I said a minute ago. Either way, you're expending effort. If you're going to expend effort, why would you not expend effort on the right steps with the right belief and the right support system? Okay? Makes sense to me. So tomorrow night, May 16th, I'm going to open up Battleground. And I'm hitting it hard this week because next Tuesday, the 21st, I'm doing an all-day Battleground boot camp for our new members. It's designed to collapse time. I am going to take 3 fucking months of coaching that we do in Battleground in our first 90 days. I'm going to compress it into 1 day. It will be the most powerful day you will have ever spent in your business life. It will open your eyes and you will change the game. And it's for our new Battleground members. Not only is that program going to crush the shit in your head that has been holding you back, but it's also going to give you the next steps and practical tools that you need to achieve your next level of success, give you the keys to the next room that you want to be in. Isn't it about time that you fucking have a seat at the table? I remember so many years not feeling I was worthy to be in certain groups of men, of business owners, of thoroughbreds. I didn't think I had a spot at the table. And it fucked with me a long time. Then you know what I did? I built my own table. And you can build your own table too. But there's a seat at this fucking table for you. You're gonna gain the confidence you need to run a true, honest to God business. In a few months, you are going to look back and go, who the hell was that piece of shit back there? I don't even know that guy. That broke ass bitch. Imagine what it's going to be like to wake up, open your bank app, and not be a broke son of a bitch. Imagine the look on your wife's face when you walk in the door and you go, hey, baby, we're going to start paying ourselves an extra $5,000 a month. Imagine what it's going to feel like to unload that anchor of debt that you're carrying around every day. That no matter how much money you bring into the business, no matter what's going on with workflow and how full your schedule is, I'm bringing all this money in, but I can't seem to get out of the debt trap. And I can't increase my own income. And it's this never-ending hamster wheel. Imagine what it's going to feel like to take that thing off. I mean, guys, I do weighted vest walks all the time and rucking, and I'm cruising along. I have 40 pounds on. I'll tell you, man, I go out and do 3 to 5 miles, whatever it is. I come back home. I take that thing off and I throw it down on my garage floor. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's nice to get that thing off. A lot of you guys are carrying that right now, and it sucks. I know it sucks because I carried it. crazy amounts of debt, bankruptcy. It killed me. Made me feel this big. Imagine being able to afford the shit that you want. You look at the menu of a restaurant, okay? Generally on the left side, I don't know how you guys see this, this is my left side. The left side of the menu is, you know, the tomahawk steak and the scallops and the lobster. And then on the right side of the menu is the price. Imagine what it's going to be like to only order from the left side of the menu and never give a shit about the right side of the menu. Imagine the feeling that you are going to have when you've put the time in, the money, the energy into becoming an elite business owner, and the swagger that you're going to fucking walk in the room with. And I don't mean an arrogance. I don't mean a cocky asshole. I'm talking about that confidence that someone carries because they know they have their shit dialed in. They know that they have put in the work and nobody can ever take that from them. They know that their prices are rock solid no matter what the douchebag client says to you. Like we talked about last night, like they give you shit about, oh, contractors shouldn't make money. Fuck you. You don't bitch at your doctor for making money. We're fucking fixing homes, doing surgery on homes and buildings and shit like that. We're doctors too, motherfuckers. And if we don't do shit right, a lot of people die because the building falls down. You're going to join others who've paid off chunks of debt, gotten their sanity back, and increased their income by a lot in a few months. Again, the time is going to pass anyway. So check it out. Like I said, I'm going to open up Battleground for you tomorrow. I highly encourage you to take the leap and do it quickly so that you can be part of the all-day boot camp that I'm doing on Tuesday. And I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to miss it. Okay? I am going to take, like I said, 3 months of powerful content that our members go through that takes them 3 months to get through. And it takes them 3 months because honestly, quite a few of them drag their feet. Okay? And I'm going to compress it and I'm going to collapse time. And we're going to give it to you in one day. So everything that you need to know to win quickly, to add another $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month to your bottom line that you can take home happens quickly. That's why I'm telling you now, because I don't want you to miss the boot camp on Tuesday. I have one last ask for you guys before I get out of here tonight. You probably just heard the dogs going crazy. That means everybody's home. We're going to go to dinner now. And I'm going to order from the left side of the menu. I have one last ask. One last ask. All right. Whether on Facebook where you're watching this now or on YouTube, I want you to comment with the first thing that you're going to do once you hit that $100,000 mark. What are you going to do? How are you going to celebrate? See, success is inconvenient, but we also should celebrate our wins. When you have those first 3 or 4 months in a row where you've brought home $8,500 or more, $8,000 to $10,000 a month, which is double what you might be making now, how are you going to celebrate? You're going to go on a vacation? You're going to buy yourself something cool? You're going to buy something for your wife, your spouse. Rich said, cry. See, Rich makes like $100,000 a month, you guys. All right. Rich is a fucking badass. Are you going to put money in your kid's education account that you said you'd fund, but you haven't figured out how to fucking do that yet? Put it in the comments. Take some time to celebrate. Pat yourself on the fucking back for getting to that next level. Now you're not done. We're not going to let up there. A lot of you guys, you've heard our stories, and so many people that have come in and out of, come through our program. We got Danny here, says, take a surf trip to Indonesia. Love it. Jason, I put mine in the kids' college fund. Ryan, when I get to 100, I'm going to figure out how to get to 2. T-Man, finally take a fucking vacation and take my parents with me. And then buy some cool shit. Head to the beach. Joe says he's going to go visit Bubba. Danny says put a shit ton of money in savings, buy a truck camper, and take some epic trips. Craig says buy all the gear I've been needing to take. The next step, get my lady on the vacation we've been so needing. Roddy's going to take me and the Queen out to an extraordinary dinner. Cool, man. Adrian, I love this one. Put it in savings so I have the balls to charge FU money. Wade's going to breathe. He's going to take a breath. Corey's going to buy a shit ton of silver. Maybe you'll just sleep like a baby for the first time in months or years. Guys, I don't care what it is, but you have to truly believe that this is possible for you. And it's not going to magically happen. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. Saw that on a mug. One of our guys many years ago was on a role play call. We were on a Zoom call. He had a mug. It says, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. I think he bought it at his gym or something. A guy named Jack. You OGs know Jack. Just wanting this is not going to get you there. It's not going to get you there. Just wanting something isn't going to get you there. I could want all day to be, 20 pounds lighter.
It starts with a wish, but it gets done with work.
You need to come here and tell everybody. Yeah, come here.
I'm going to see right now.
Oh.
It starts with a wish and then it ends with work.
It starts with a wish and then it ends with work.
Ask any athlete.
There you go. See, a lot of you guys have all these big dreams. They're noble dreams to take care of your families, to provide for your in-laws or your parents. We talked about your why the other night. You have noble dreams. You want to do things in your community. You want to build a big-ass business that is of value to the world. These are noble, but yet the disconnect that I see more often than not, which makes you fuckers the elite contractors in the world, is when you do the work, you choose to be get uncomfortable. You choose discomfort. You run into the punch. You change your behavior. You say, where are those new fucking keys? Let me get rid of the old keys and get the new keys. Oh, this key's a little harder to work, but that's okay. I'm going to work through this. I'm going to get better. I'm going to keep chipping away because success it's inconvenient and it also takes some time. Again, if I want to lose 20 pounds, I make the commitment and I eat right one day. Doesn't mean that I'm 20 pounds lighter in a day or two later. Okay? Success is going to test. Oh, shit. Look at that. Your perseverance. Steadfastness in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. That's what a lot of people don't understand. You got all these big ass dreams. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, but you don't change your behavior. So keep dropping those comments in, what you're going to do when you finally reach that income mark. Ryan, I hear that it takes like 3 days to lose 20 pounds. Says the guy who lost over 180 pounds if you missed that last night or the night before, whatever night it was. All right. So, guys, I want you to win. You can win. It is simply a choice. Like I said, Monday or Tuesday, they all run together for me at this point. All right. Where you're at right now is simply the result of the choices that you've been making, the behavior you've been tolerating in yourself. It's that simple. I look forward to seeing you guys same time tomorrow night. I got some good stuff that I'm going to bring you. I worked about 3 hours on it today for tomorrow to really show you the way. I appreciate you guys. Share this with another contractor, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. You guys rock. I got to roll. I'm out.